I'm Kayvon, founder of Bells of Steel, and this is the Blitz Stepper, a new addition to our growing cardio line. Something you might notice if you've been following Bells of Steel for 15 years, been in business. Technically 2010, but I was doing things in 2009. Some of the product line has evolved a little bit as I've gotten older, and as one of the things that has become more important as I get older is a bit more cardio in my lifestyle has been more of a feature that I've been trying to focus on as opposed to just pure strength training. So if you're wondering why is Bells of Steel like this historically like very free weight focused, power rack focused company starting to come out with more of this cardio stuff, it's more my, I guess relates to like my personal evolution. I am the kind of lead product guy here. I decide on most of the products, help design most of the products. And when I'm not designing, I'm helping to like curate that line of what I think is going to be, the most effective, the best use of space, and the best budget stuff for people's home gyms. So why I chose this stepper for that, and you might be thinking like, wait a minute, like I always talk about, I try and focus on like multi-purpose stuff and super space efficient, and a single-use cardio machine doesn't exactly hit that like multi-purpose MO that we have. So this was like a little bit outside of our normal, or my normal like comfort zone, if you will. But in this case, I made an exception because when I tried this product, I really liked it. I've been using cardio machines and selling cardio machines for a long time. That's actually where I got my start back in 2008, was at your regular fitness store, slanging treadmills and ellipticals and all that. And so I've been using these machines a very long time. There's a few points that really stick out to me that I try and include in all of our line. And I felt like the Blitz Stepper hit enough of those points to make that stretch worth it. And I think you will agree with me if you decide to put one of these in your home gym. So a couple of the core things that I love about it is first off the feeling of it. So there's lots of different kind of mechanisms that companies have come out with for like steppers and ellipticals, and they kind of feel different ways. So the actual feeling on this and the smoothness and the pattern of it was kind of the most, natural and nice feeling, comfortable, something that I actually enjoy using. I find some of the machines out there, like if I'm staying at a hotel, I'll hop on one of those, $7,000 elliptical maniac machines, and I feel like I'm, doing a goose step or something. It doesn't feel natural at all. So this kind of natural, smooth feeling of it was what really caught my attention. The second point is, okay, yes, it does take up a decent amount of real estate. We're in our overcrowded prototype room right now, so forgive all the background stuff. But the actual square footage of it for a stepper is pretty solid. It doesn't take up too much room. It's fairly compact and kind of designed that way. Does have the wheels on it. It is totally movable. I can do a quick demo right now. So if you need to tuck this into the corner, for a week or two, it's out of your training regime for a few weeks, then it is like pretty light and easy to move around. So it does have, for a stepper, it is kind of hitting that good square footage and portability. The other part that I like about it, and this is something I really factor in because we are a e-commerce kind of company first. Bells of Steel sells in, we started in e-commerce and we're in different channels now. We have our website, we have 3 retail stores now, one in Indianapolis, one in Toronto, one in Calgary. But primarily the majority of our sales are coming from online, right? And that's always been kind of like a caveat with cardio, is you often need somebody to like service it. Even the best cardio machines in the world will need some upkeep, will need some service over time. And so when I'm picking these cardio products, I'm really trying to find stuff that is simple. The simpler the better, because the simpler it is, the less maintenance there's gonna be. And since we're selling it to you and shipping it to you, you're going to be, you know, one day if you're having problems or whatever, we're gonna have to troubleshoot you remotely, or you might have to find like a local technician to help you out. So I'm trying to dial stuff back as simple as I can get it. And that the Blitz Stepper hits that. So it's a pure magnetic flywheel resistance that's changed with a dial. And it also doesn't need to be plugged in, which is a huge bonus for a home gym. The monitor is battery powered. That's kind of like the only electronic component on it. And so it really hits that like simplicity, because I'm thinking about that, right? Like, we're shipping this to you. It needs to be simple to set up, simple to maintain, you know, for 10 years. I don't want people having too overly complex parts. It's not like, you know, think of it when you're buying a new car, right? Like I bought a brand new car this year or last year, and compared to my trusty old 2015 Crosstrek, there's a lot more things that can go wrong. So trying to dial it back and just focus on the things that it can do right really well, which is the actual cardio workout itself. So I'm gonna get on this and talk while I'm exercising. Hopefully won't be gasping for breath the entire time. So yeah, the actual resistance change, very simple. There's 15 different levels. You just press the dial. And I think that the smoothness and like how joint friendly it is, I used to think that was like so corny, like, oh, joint friendly. But now that I'm 39, pushing 40, I played rugby for 20 years, and you know, I got some aches and pains. And something that is smoother, is more joint friendly, I'm more enticed to use it, right? If I'm trying to keep my conditioning up, am I gonna go for, yeah, I can go for a run on the hard cement and, you know, bust up my bum knee again and have it swollen for 2 days, or I can hop on one of these and get my workout in. And what I like too about like a stepper, because we sell rowers, we sell air bike. Air bikes is where we started, right? Air bikes are kind of like, they almost got like a free pass in the cardio world. Whereas like treadmills, air bikes and rowers got kind of a free pass, whereas like treadmills and ellipticals and, you know, steppers were kind of like a little bit frowned upon in like the strength world. And what I like so much about the stepper is that I'm a desk guy now, right? I'm sitting at my desk all day. And so when I get off work and I want to go for a workout, and I got my rower and I got my air bike in my basement, and I'm like, I just sat down for 8 hours or 10 hours a day. You know, I do some standing desk and I do some, you know, I got a walking pad and this and that. But when I'm in my workout, like I want to be standing, right? So I like that you're actually standing, you're upright, you're on your feet. Because I've been sitting at a desk all day and then sitting on a rower and sitting on an air bike, like I need to give my ass a break, right? I need to get off my ass and move around. So that's actually like compared to, you know, our classic air bikes or our rowers, that's kind of one of the advantages of a stepper or a, you know, a treadmill or whatever. But the stepper, again, too, it is like, it's very intensive, right? It's like a great conditioning workout without having to like run, you know? Like I've always hated running. Like my sport was rugby, and you do a lot of running in rugby, which was, you know, kind of counterintuitive to somebody who is like running so much. But I love stairs, and, you know, I used to do a lot of hill sprints. Stair sprints is part of my conditioning, and I would always love those as opposed to like, you know, a long run or whatever for getting in shape for rugby season. To go into like the technology of it a bit more, so I'll get you to come in and look at the monitor. The monitor is extremely simplistic. You know, it's got a few like modes on it. It's got your time, heart rate, body fat percentage. These things for body fat percentage, whether it's this machine or any machine, anything that goes to the handle, they are not truly very accurate. However, my philosophy that I always followed is like, even if you're using body fat measurement that is inaccurate, it will be accurate in the sense that like, it will be inaccurate as your body fat increases or decreases. And maybe there's not like full amount, like I don't read any studies on the exact how this works, but like, yeah, these standard ones are not considered like the epitome of like true body fat percentage measuring. But it is something, and it's something that you can track with it. But mostly it's a very simple monitor. It does have a ledge. Throw your iPad on there, your iPhone, and or whatever you got. Watch some Sopranos while you're getting your workout in. And just an excellent, simple, space-efficient cardio machine to mix it up. One other thing I forgot to mention is stairs itself. If you're like me, I live in a bungalow. I got one micro set of stairs in my house. I don't get a lot of stairs in. And again, I know I'm only 39, but like staying in shape, being able, and not just like walking, but you know, doing other things like going upstairs and keeping you active and prepared for the real world as you age, I think is like integral, as opposed to like very linear things like say walking, right? Walking is amazing. Walking is one of the best things you can do for your health. But having some more dynamic stuff that you can experience in the real world and being prepared for that and being able to keep up with your kids and being able to keep up with the stairs as you age, I think it's extremely important. And yeah. Before I wrap up, I did want to just get a quick close-up in the actual mechanism of how the stepper, so you can see exactly how the rollers work, kind of how the resistance works. I have this on a full 15, and this is hard. Like I got to push down to get down. So you're kind of getting a workout both on the up and the down if you do crank that dial right up. And yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. So if you want to get this into your home gym, just click on the link in the description below. I think you're gonna love it. I love it. I'm hoping that it's a success because I did kind of take a big swing with this, and we'll see what you think. But I think you're gonna love it as much as I do, and it will become a staple in your workout routines. So thanks so much for watching, and let the gains begin. Hey folks, Kayvon here, founder of Bells of Steel. I hope you loved that video. Be sure to smash that like button and leave a comment below. And if you want any of the awesome home gym equipment you saw in this video, be sure to follow the links in the description and let the gains begin.